All right, let's get to it. It is Tuesday. We have got so much to talk about with you guys, and we're going to kind of put a bow on something from yesterday. We are going to bleep can Team USA. I will explain. We are also going to figure out which rebuild in this town needs the most juice, who needs the blockbuster most. We're going to unearth what the Iser plan really means. We got a busy show today. This is good stuff. Also, Rico's going to do 45 minutes on Max Clark in the Futures game. Oh, yeah. I won't be here. So,
home run. Last night. It all starts.
Oh, that's right.
You better buy in now.
Oh, the road to 2026 begins now.
Buy in now.
Yesterday there was a phrase, Rico. We made posters and we had fun at Kenny's expense. It was, it's an upgrade. The Cam Talbot signing. And I couldn't quite figure out, okay, if Cam Talbot is so sweet, A, why'd the Kings openly just let him go for nothing? And
replace him
for $2.5 million, which is nothing. That's, I don't know, 30% or 40% of what an average goalie gets. Shout out John Gibson. And then after talking to James Anthony Costa, our intrepid morning man, I think I know the reasons.
Turnarounds?
We have two power stats, people. And I am now saying it's an upgrade, question mark.
Whoa, oh, wait. You're on the bandwagon now.
No. Oh. Opposite. Now I know why you got this guy for a Ritz Bits and a Gatorade. Ready? What was the discourse around every goalie rumored for the Wings? It was either he sucks, but he's on a terrible team, or he's good only because he's on a good team. Remember we were talking about Linus Ullmark. Oh, well, he's only good because he's on the Bruins. Then you had people ripping Kenny's disdain of John Gibson. Well, I mean, what do you want? He's on the Sucks, the Ducks.
What about Juicy?
Well, he's only good because he plays for Smashville. No, hold on. Cam Talbot cratered. Oh, he's an all-star, all right. But he cratered his last 12 starts of the year to the tune of a nearly 4 goals against average and an .880 save percentage, both of which are atrocious.
Yeah, I knew it was his last 10 games were bad.
Last 12.
Okay.
But there's more. The real power stat, courtesy of Jim Costa, who openly admitted to me on the phone, quote, I'm a nerd who has nothing but time, and I unearthed this. Talbot, the all-star, played on a team that ranked top 4 in the league in shot suppression. The Kings don't allow shots on goal. Now he's leaving that team who simply locks you down and they give up about, I think, 26 and a half shots a game. And they're top 4 in the league. Uh-oh, the Wings are bottom 4. So here's my thing. I want to go back to the man who created the meme. Mm-hmm. It's an upgrade. Kenny, you're not required. It's a conversation. But yesterday, you were doing the it's an upgrade question mark. There was some self-doubt. Do these power stats change your mind at all?
By the way, I love these power stats. They're fantastic. I expect more of them from Costa and you. They're great.
Okay, so not stupid, just interesting.
They're relevant. I'll give you that they're absolutely relevant, especially considering how badly our defense has performed the past, couple of years and how well LA has.
And as we sit here right now, would you say the Wings defensive core is worse right now than it was last year?
I would say it's the same.
You would say even?
Even. Not better, not worse. Trending worse, depending, but not better.
Okay.
Certainly not better.
So, guy going from we'll make the numbers easy, top 5 team in not letting you get pucks to the net. Shoot it, to a bottom 5 team at preventing such things. For a 37-year-old goalie who cratered towards the end of the year and whose team decided we would rather spend double for an almost equally old goalie, and you can leave now.
They saw the handwriting on the wall. We're not going to win with this man.
So here's my question. Is Talbot an upgrade? But what if this is what happens?
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Oh, I'm listen, I'm coming to the table. There's no I don't care if it's the week of a holiday. We're doing radio. There's no Yzerman media availability, which means Stevie has got his apron on. He's chopping the basil. Hopefully he's still cooking. But what if the battery actually isn't Talbot, Huso, and Lyon? What if very early on, what if it's Talbot and Cossa? Now, I know, look, I lived a life with a franchise who rushed goalie prospects. Look up the Islanders' history with highly touted goalies. It's terrifying.
Yeah, you showed me the Gordon Fisherman.
Oh, that's Eric Fischel. Rest in peace. The point I'm making is, Kenny, we've already heard he's going to play a bigger role at Grand Rapids. So what if by Christmas, Cossa's here?
Am I wrong for thinking, good, you know what, fine? And the reason I say that is because I know Huso is unreliable at best. He's barely healthy, and when he is, he's very Jekyll and Hyde. We really don't know what we have in him. And Alex Lyon has the ability to just stop playing goaltender altogether and just allow 5 goals in a game or 6 goals in a game, especially behind that defense. At least we get to see what Cossa is.
Okay.
We always talk about how goaltender progression isn't linear.
No.
But I would at least like to see what we have.
Not worried that you're rushing him?
No, because you also, this is the benefit of having Cam Talbot, is this is a guy who's been in the league for 11 years. Now, whether you like him or not, and by the way, I am under no illusion that he's an all-star, because he's not.
No, he's the Jamal McGlure of all-stars.
He could have been an all-star 5 or 6 years ago, and that's just fine. But what he is now is a decent goalie, and I still think he represents an upgrade over a guy who, like I said, is barely healthy and very inconsistent, to Alex Lyon, who I don't know what he is anymore. I don't. I've lost a little bit of faith.
So here's the whole point. Here's the reason I bring it up, Rico. Like, I'll land the plane. I wanted to give Kenny an opportunity to open the show. I thought the numbers were interesting, and if you want the full presentation, go listen to the morning show. They were excellent today. It was just the idea of Talbot being a product of his environment, and the year finished very poorly. And he's going from a team that kind of shelters him and protects him to a team that it's going to be yeehaw open season, because defensively, this team is morbid. I mean, let's just call it what it is, Kenny, whether it was the goalies, certainly the blue line crew, and just the way they played, not only the amount of chances, but the quality of chances.
And that's why I think there's all the more reason you have to go after a guy like Jacob Trouba. I know it's a little off topic, but I think that's important to address as well. But I think your stats are extremely relevant. And it is cause for concern. I wouldn't body bag those stats.
So
in any
can
regard.
we say from yesterday, can we replace the exclamation point and bolded text, it's an upgrade, Kenny Cott, to it's an upgrade? Question mark.
I think I put a period there instead of an exclamation point. I don't think it's a question
He's
mark,
meeting
though.
us in the middle.
Yes.
248-539-9797. But do you value those stats at all? That the LA Kings, top 3 in the league, top 4 in the league at shot suppression and not allowing pucks to the net. The Wings, bottom 3, bottom 4. And the fact is Talbot cratered in his last dozen starts, which doesn't sound like a lot in an 82-game season, but let's remember, goalies don't play 75 games anymore. It's not 1990. So it's the idea of you got this guy for this price for a good reason.
Right. So I guess my question is Jack Campbell the in case of emergency break glass if this all fails?
No, I think he's actually going to be the Grand Rapids Griffins mascot.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Because I was just like, why keep adding
played
goalies?
4 games last year. He was a total train wreck once he got to Edmonton. No way.
That's what I'm saying. Why keep adding goalies? So I thought maybe, you
I
know
wanna
what?
ask
If this fails, we can just bring him up.
I want to attach Cossa to it.
Okay.
Look, we've sat here and talked about the Yzer plan ad nauseum. And you know my belief. I don't know that there is a plan beyond let the kids come up. Like, that's really, I've said it. I think Harris and Yzerman are both basically the same human being in that we're waiting for the kids. That's the plan. There's no magic sauce. Well, the idea is, all right, everyone, forget about Augustine, years away. Cossa, probably a year away, a full year at Grand Rapids. But what if he is more advanced? What if this is Yzerman saying in his mind, I'm not going to go get a goalie that if Talbot were your backup next year, you wouldn't care because 2.5 is not egregious. You're not paying Cossa anything. So he didn't want to go out and get a real goalie. Maybe it means Cossa's closer than any of us realize. Now, I would simply say this, as exciting as it would be, because we'd finally get to see one of the guys.
Right.
Not these cute little people like Berggren. A real guy that is alleged to have superstar. He could be our Shesterkin, our Sorokin, our Swayman.
Your longtime goalie.
Here's the problem. And this is where my own bias and PTSD comes in. The likelihood is if Cossa's up here and plays 20, 25, 30 games, you're going to be worse. It's really hard. Goaltending, it's like baseball personified. Round ball, round bat, and I got to hit it. Being a goalie at the NHL level, brutal. And for young goalies, brutal. Do guys buck the trend? Do guys come out of nowhere? Do guys get hot and all of a sudden, boom. Rico, like I'm an Islanders fan. I didn't even know where Sorokin came from. He just descended from the clouds out of a Russian cannon, and all of a sudden the Islanders signed a goalie to an 8-year deal, and he's the best goalie in the sport. Cutscene, he was awful this year. And he also hates management now. The Nick Young meme. But my point is, I want to ask Red Wing fans. You know, the Talbot thing, everybody, even our own company did this yesterday. Wings sign all-star goalie. How misleading. Well, here's where he comes from and what he's the product of.
Yeah.
Is he truly an upgrade, or is it a sign? It's Cossa time.
That one of your young goalies, you're saying it's Cossa, is ready.
I'm asking. I'm not in a position to do a command performance with the Yzer plan. I'm asking.
It does say that, you know what, Stevie does believe in his goalies a lot more than we do because they didn't go out and seriously attack this. It does feel like he brought in a Band-Aid, kind of a babysitter. You know what? Hold his hand, make sure that he doesn't screw up too badly. If we need to, we'll put you in there until we go out and actually find a real one. But maybe one of these guys could be.
Maybe it means Cossa underneath Kenny's Christmas tree.
Okay.
Kenny's lurched over in excitement. So listen.
David's just making all these sighing noises next to me. It feels like he's ready to explode. So I was waiting on him to say something.
248-539-9797. Do the Jim Costa Talbot power stats, do they mean something? Are they something or nothing? Product of his environment, this guy's not going to be an upgrade, or do you not buy it?
I'm buying it. I heard Costa say that live this morning.
Yeah, it was really good radio.
And it was like, whoa, okay.
He could be smarmy, but I'll never doubt Jim's preparation. It was excellent.
Jim works hard.
248-539-9797. We'll take some phone calls, get some ticket texts. We got a lot to talk about, the other rebuilds in town. We are going to, Rico, while you've been gone for 30 years, football blitz of the day. Very exciting. Lots to do. 97.1.